everybody, this is Teri from Sweet Pea Papers, the Sweet Pea Papers Facebook group, the Junk Journal Tutorials and More Facebook group, and the Junk Journal and Paper Crafts Facebook group. Now this month we're having the Teeny Weeny Halloweeny contest or drawing, and that's not the Teeny Weeny. Hold on just one second. Ow, I just banged my elbow on the doorknob. This is our Teeny Weeny book, which is actually way bigger than the normal Teeny Weeny, but I got a little carried away with the images, and it is 3 signatures. Normally our Teeny Weeny is 3 signatures, but the book is smaller, and you will have just watched the flip through for this. So let me set this to the side. So this is our regular journal that comes after the Teeny Weeny. And I love saying Teeny Weeny Halloweeny, so you're just going to hear me say it. But after this series of videos air on Halloween, October 31st, I'm having a drawing, and there's going to be all kinds of great prizes. I've had a couple people donate prizes, and you will have seen that in the ads and things that have run for the giveaway. Now, today is video 7 in the Raven Master series. This is our second Halloween book, like I mentioned, and we've got the signatures done. And so in this video, we're going to make the cover. And I'm going to warn you, this video is probably going to go over an hour. I'm not going to split it in half. Okay, so here are our signatures, and I measured it. I haven't put the cards in yet, so I added just a smidge, and I got it at 1 3/4 of an inch spine. So these are the things that we're going to need to make the cover. And as I told you before, I went a little bit ahead of time so that this video hopefully wouldn't be as long. Now, what I did is I made 6x9 covers, and these are 2 pieces of lightweight cardstock or chipboard glued together to make the thickness of a little bit thicker than a cereal box. So you can definitely use a cereal box, 2 layers glued together, 6x9, 6x9, 1 3/4, and they're both 9 inches tall. I glued 2 pieces of black paper together, 8.5 by 11. 11 is 2 inches larger than 9. So you're going to have about 1 inch at the top and about 1 inch at the bottom, and a little bit more left over on each end. You just barely lap over the black pieces of paper. I used Fabri-Tac to glue everything. Okay, so the next thing that you're going to do when you make your cover is you're going to trim the corners to get this extra off. And I use a tool called the Bookmaker's Tool, and you can get it on Amazon for about $8. You can get it on Temu for just a smidge less. Okay, it just depends on if you want to wait overnight for the shipping or if you want to wait about 5 to 7 days for the shipping. It's just, you know, whether you need it right away or not. So what you do to use this tool is you put it so this end is up on the book, and then you put the pointed piece, part of the piece, on your cover, and this gives you a 45-degree angle. So we're going to take our pencil and we're just going to draw across like this, and we're going to do that on all 4 corners. Come here, you thing. And if you get it on your corner and it looks like this, that's the wrong way. Just flip it over and you will have the correct way, because it covers the whole part that you want to do. I'm all sniffly this morning. I had a bowl of cereal because I was starving, and then I forgot that was going to make me sniffly. So I apologize ahead of time for all the sniffles. I did it wrong again, didn't I? And we're going to cut these off, these corners off. If I can get this back in the holder where it belongs and get my scissors out. So we're going to cut these. I cut mine just a smidge inside the white line. I like mine just a little bit shorter on the corners when I fold it over. I may have to pause and go blow my nose and get it over with. Should have done it before I started. You want the corner to be close, but not so close that when you fold it, that the chipboard sticks out. This one is a little close right there that I cut. And this one's at a not good angle. Okay. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to start with a full glue bottle. It's just going to be easier on you. And we're going to take the cardstock, this is 65-pound cardstock, and you're going to bend it up against the chipboard. Kind of break the fibers down a little bit and tell it who's who and what's what. This will help you fold it up when you go to do your gluing, which is the next thing we're going to do. Be a little careful around your seams where the paper's glued together. And it should be, oh, and I forgot to tell you, you lay the center of the spine on the center of the seam, okay? And then you center it top and bottom, and that will give you your inch. I eyeball mine. You want it about this far away. You want to be able to fold it without these hitting this, but you don't want it so far apart that the book is real loose. And I do not use my bookmaker's tool for that, even though it has a piece for that, because I feel like it makes it too loose. So you're going to put some glue along here. Quivery voice again this morning. Still have glue on there. More glue should be coming out than that. It might be going up under the cardboard. I may have not glued it well enough. Make sure you glue the angle. Make sure you glue across the top. And then you want to glue where the paper's going to touch the cardboard. Make sure it remembers what you want it to do. And then just take it and flip it forwards and slide it back towards you. almost all of this is going to be covered, but I keep wiping the little pieces of fuzz and stuff up anyway. Now right here I didn't get it quite close enough, but we're going to fix all that. You want to do the two long sides first. I guess there was glue coming out. Just didn't seem like it. If you're on glass, you can just wipe it up like that and your fabric tack will come right up. I love my glass mat. This one is in centimeters and stuff. That's why it's bigger. I want to make sure this stays down. You'll hear it crackle. Where's my... Okay, I feel better now. I didn't blow my nose, I just kind of wiped my nose. Flip it forwards, slide it back. I hold my hands up because your rings will make a mark if you're not careful. Of course, my little beads won't. I love these little bracelets. Can't wear them on both hands for some reason. I'm wearing one on my left hand. Does it not do right? Now what do we got here? I have a little bit of a wrinkle. Oh no, here we go. Get the bubble out. There's a little air bubble in there. Boy, my voice is getting worse, isn't it? Okay. And then we do the short ends because we want them to flip over the top in the corners. Sound like Katharine Hepburn. Squiggly, shaky voice. When you do a lap book, this is the fun part. Getting the ends to flip over. The big long book in between. I don't know if you can hear that crackle or not, but if you get a little glue, you want to take your glue eraser and get it off of there, because you will see it if you're not careful. It still isn't gluing down, is it? I wiped it along there. Huh? Well, the only thing I can say is that Katharine Hepburn got along with her voice. She did not get along with Sniffles. If you have a little bit of glue right there, you're okay because we'll cover it. These corners came out all right. These corners have a little overlap. I didn't cut this one quite close enough. So you just want to get glue down in there so that you can kind of push it down and then flip it up. Okay. So then we're going to have to put a piece in the center. You want the piece to be the same height as your papers and not the same height as this. Okay. So we're going to take this paper and we want it to, first thing we want to go like this with our paper folder. Don't use your point. You will rip your paper. And if you do this right, it should be the width of your bone folder. I called it a paper folder the first time. That was gross. I'm sorry. I thought I had a little sniffle. Okay, so we've got that. Now we're going to take a piece that's 2 inches wider than the spine. So we got 1 1/4, 2 1/4, 3 1/4. We had a 3 1/4 piece. It might be a little bit bigger because it was a scrap. And I just grabbed it. Cut it the right height. So we're going to glue it on. Did you see me flip it over like it wasn't black on both sides? So don't forget to go over to the Facebook groups, my 3, and post a picture of a Halloween project. It can be a tag, it can be a folio, it can be a journal, it can be a video. And then on this one you want to get in the center too, because you definitely want to glue it to this so it doesn't pop up in the center. Normally I don't do all this, but this piece I do. Okay, so you want it to be a little bit up, and then you want it to be equal on either side, and you don't want to have big globs of glue on it from your fingers. You can get it to come off of your paper as well if you touch it right away. And you want to do this one the same. How did I get it off so much? There we go. Make sure you don't use the point. I've done it accidentally and torn the paper. I had to throw one of these away. Had red on it for some reason. I don't know what it was. Tried to clean it. Now this is going to be your spine on the inside, so you definitely don't want glue on it. I tried to pick that up. We're going to cover these edges, but I'm not really sure how far in we're going to go. Okay, so I decided to go ahead with this on the inside in the front and this on the inside in the back. I have inked them, right? Yes, I have inked these already. So all we have to do is glue them in. Make sure they meet the top of the paper at the top and the bottom that we just put in. That's your main restriction. Let's get this out of the way. We don't need a ribbon or anything to tie this shut, so we don't need to put one on. If you were going to put a ribbon on, now would be the time to do it. And you would run it across here and glue it down, and then I put a piece of tape on mine too. But we shouldn't need one on this. You'll notice I have some feathers and some wings, feathers and some leaves set out. I don't know about the leaves. I did spray them with triple thick clear coating twice on both sides, so they're super shiny, but I don't know if that's going to keep them from, you know, chipping or crumbling or anything. So I'm not sure if I'm going to put them on the cover or not. You don't want them to break down later and you know, not look good on the book or the journal. Okay, so we're going to glue this on here, right side up. Now this is going to determine the up and the down on the whole book. Like so. I'm going to make it straight. And I am going to have to get rid of this glue right here because you will see it. Okay. That looks like it goes uphill a little bit, unfortunately. We will make the paper straight anyway, whether that black goes a little crooked or not. And a little bit extra in the corners allows you to slide it around and get it lined up without it sticking exact right away. Well, it won't stick right away anyway because it's Fabri-Tac and it takes a sec for it to dry, which is what I like about it. Art glitter glue and the other white glues seem to stick right away. which is all well and good, except for if you're like me and you can't get it on straight the first time to save your life. Okay, that's crooked. A little crooked, but it lines up with the lines. Let me see what I got here. No, I don't like it at all. I'd rather it be a little crooked. I mean straight. And the paper be a little crooked. It's black. You won't really notice. Okay, that's all we need to do to the inside. Now I'm going to flip this over and I'm going to mark this, the front, and this the top, and this is the back, and this is the top, and that will help you when you initially put your papers on. I didn't set aside a paper for the spine, and we need one. Let me see what we've got. We could use this. Oh, I have an alarm going off as usual. I send my friend a message at 6 o'clock on Fridays to tell her that I'm here. Whoops. The spine, which we don't know where it is. Okay, take your book, fold it up. Don't go past 90 degrees. You don't need to. And then let it go down. And now you can see where the spine is. That's not going to work. I think maybe this one will work. No, because it isn't a full paper, it's short. And can't do it later because we have to punch the holes. Let me see what I've got in the full-size papers left. You know, I have this. Where did it go? I just looked at it. I have this. The blue and the tan version of the skulls. Oh, why am I not just using the back of one of these? These are our solids. Okay, this is what we've got. I wonder if this would fit. It's got to. Can cut it down a little bit. And I bet we could make one of those work. If not, let's get these solids out of here. Even though we've got the one that looks like leather. I think I like this one the best of what we've got, unless we decide to go with a piece that matches part of the cover. So let's see what we can do with one of these. Yeah, these two are the ones we might use. And this, oh, the image is too short. We could use the gold image or the gold paper. That would make this image even narrower. Let's see where we would be. Now watch, that's her messaging me going, I'm here. Okay. If we just did this, we have to cut it here. Oh, we were going to fix the top and the bottom, weren't we? I don't think that would be too bad. Let's try one out and see. Especially because the top of it is not the bird sideways. I like it. Okay, let's bring it up just a little bit. Well, look at that. Ink it, even though it's on black. Remember, we have to get rid of the white edges of the paper. And the reason we're making this taller is because we're going to have several papers on the front. And I'll probably do the back off camera because it'll be pretty much the same. And I'm not sure I have enough of the paper printed out. Oh, I do, because there's some on the back of those pages. Okay, so we're going to put this on the spine. You want to make sure this one's glued down really well because it's going to be on the spine. We don't want it to pop up when the book is opened and closed. So you want to make sure to get lots of glue on there. Which, like I said, I don't normally do, but we're going to do that on here. Okay. And then we're going to bend it a little bit. Make sure that none of it sticks out over the edge. Nope. Well, that came out perfect. A little bit closer at the bottom than it is at the top. There we go. Yeah, it's split just a little bit right there. Take your bone folder and run across the top to flatten it out. It looks more professional. I have to be careful right there where that tear is. There's a small tear. I think if we flatten it, it will be alright. It was a little tight. Okay. Do the top and the bottom and the left and the right. And this makes it actually flat. I don't want to get too carried away and rip through it or anything. It's an opportunity to fold the spine again too. Okay, so if that's what we're gonna do, then we can actually flip it over and do the holes for the strings. Won't put the cords in yet. Well, we could. Let's do that. Okay, we got 1 3/4. So we want half of that for the middle one, and then half again out on either side for the other two. So half of 1 3/4. Where's my pencil? Where's my chalk pencil? I need it. Definitely need the chalk pencil. Here it is. Alright, so we got half of one is 1/2 inch, half of 3/4 is 3/6. I mean 3/8. So we have a half, which is 4/8, so we get 7/8. And it's going to be 7/8. And that should be right on either side. Yep. Alright, so bring it down just a little bit and mark your center. And then half of 1, 2, 3, 6, 7/8. Half of that is going to be 3 1/2. I'm going to go 3. No, I'm going to go 2, I think. 2 and I think I'm going to go 3/8. No, that's not far enough. Is that what I did? Yeah. So we'll go down here and we'll zero it out with our zeroing ruler. And we had just a little over 3/4, right? We did 1, 2, 2, 8, and a 16. That looks about right. See if the ruler looks terribly, terribly crooked. No, actually it doesn't. Well, that looks pretty good. If I can get the crocodile to make the holes in the right place, or if I can use the crocodile to make the holes in the right place. Now, since I don't have eyelets, oh wait, I do. I don't have 6 black ones though. Is there enough room? We should have done it the other way. No, we can make the holes first. Do I want eyelets on it? That's the other question. Alright, let's make the bigger hole. So we're going to have to move it in just a smidge. My neighbors are thrilled with that noise. One that's a little bit farther in than the other. See, I should have done this one first, so when I slid it this way, I could see where this one is. These look pretty straight. Now let's flip them over to the pretty side. Now these are generic eyelets, so they're not quite as pretty on the inside. That's why I debated using them. And this stupid bag is so hard to open. Oh, I had it and then I dropped it. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. Wow, that was a pretty good grab, wasn't it? Okay. They're a little big to go in the holes, so you have to kind of fight with them a little bit. Come on. Now I've gotten them to go in before. There we go. I think what I'll do is I'll do one at the top and one at the bottom, and then I can show you how to do the one, then you can repeat it for the other two. Okay, and then we can get going on the front cover. Yeah, because we're already at 45 minutes. So, you know, I may just break this in half, this video in half. I'm going to do 45 and 45. I'm really having trouble getting these in there. There we go. Okay. And then once you get it in there, then you push this forward to the eyelet setting. You center the eyelet over this bump. And then you just press down. And it looks like this on the inside. Man, these are really hard to get in. Not sure it's in all the way. It's not. I don't think that one's going to be very pretty. Well, it worked. It's not gorgeous, but it worked. Yeah, I'll just push the paper down around it. And then all we're going to do is run the cord through here. And then we will take a break. I will finish the eyelets off camera, and then when we come back, and I'll put the cords in, and then we will do the front and the back in the next video. I'm not for sure I could squeeze it all in, but no, I never do. Okay, so we're gonna run the cord in through here, down around, and then run it. You know, you can't put it through the hole, obviously. Just run it where they cross, just a teeny bit. This makes a little bit bigger knot if you're good at tying the knots. I cut the wrong one. And then all you do is run this through the bottom eyelet now that you've got it cut so that you can. And then you just tie them. You want to tie them tightly. My trigger finger's acting up. It's locking up. Okay. Okay. This may take a while. My fingers are acting up. There we go. I got it. Okay. You just tie. I trim the ends, And then I slide it all the way to the top so that it doesn't make a big lump in here. And so this is what it looks like when you're done. It's a little crooked. Yeah, and then your signature just slides underneath here. So that's going to be it for this video. We're going to go ahead. I'll put the eyelets in. We'll come back and we'll do the front of the journal. And we'll get everything done in one video. Okay? All right. Thanks a lot, and I'll see you in the second half.